The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth, straight dropping dimes. Can't daily plant the metropolis times. I write these raps from under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it is back to the rhymes. All right. So I am downstairs today. Not happy exactly, but it's all right. I'll work it out. And I'm standing, so I thought that I'd try that because my workstation's kind of high. So I thought, let's see what that's like. I got my list right here. So number one, of course, is School Us album sales. So what I've been doing 100% now is I tell people about my album, but I ask if they have a CD player. If they don't have one, I really don't offer the CD too much. Unless the exception would be someone who just says they want to support local artists, something like that. By the way, that person is not that common. They're out there, but they're not that common. And I'm thankful for everyone I've ever met who's ever supported this local artist. So that's that. No sales there. I was talking to a fella, but nothing happened there. So number two, my Reformation music video. My plan is, so I might come back to it because it connects with another category. Let me come back to that. I don't have anything else to add at this time. Number three, you will be glorified. I'll come back to that because it comes up more later, but I do have something to share a little bit, but not any real progress. I will say I talked to my daughter, my wife, so we have Yumi. Actually, a couple things. So Yumi, my daughter, so once we get done with our taxes, my daughter's going to go get her first voice lesson. So I'm very excited about that, thankful for that. And that's really what I was hoping she would do originally, but her piano teacher suggested she learn the piano first, train her ear, get the notes before she becomes a singer. And because of our situation with our neighbors, she can't play piano. Now, I did see my aunt and uncle today, and my aunt, I think, said, maybe you can ask your neighbor, or somebody said, who was that? I think someone said, who did say that? Oh, maybe I might be had a lot of conversations today. But, gosh, I don't want to say the wrong person. Anyway, it was a great thing. I was like, I hadn't thought of that. Why don't you ask your neighbor? Because she's been working from home, and that's where all the problems started because of this situation, shelter in place, You're going to go back to work in person, or are you still working from home? I hadn't thought of that. Maybe she's going to go back to work in person. I think she's working from home still. I do believe I see her vehicle there all the time. I have observed that her and her husband have been going for walks in the evening, early evening, so maybe we could do that, but I got to sit there and time the walk or maybe ask. It's just so frustrating. I remember asking before, like, I felt like a criminal. It's the same thing with the mask and everything. You feel like a freaking criminal. And these guys, I guess I'll talk about it later, but unbelievable. And then they will make you feel like a criminal. That's the other part of it. Guilt trip, and some people, that's their MO. It gives you a lot of leverage on people. If you want to be over someone, I guess you guilt trip them. So my cousin who lives in Austin, he writes, composes, he does music on the organ. I've heard it before. I cannot tell you what a good organ player sounds like versus a bad organ player. So I just don't have the appreciation. But obviously he knows piano too. And this guy's skill, there's no doubt. It's been his life's work. So I got his number, didn't have it because we're not super close, but I would say at the minimum, he's published, it sounds like, from what my aunt and uncle told me. So I would like to have about that too, if he's willing to share. The other possibility is I think that he'll come up for the summer, maybe for a barbecue too. So that's the update. I had a sense that he would have something to help with if that's something he was interested in, and we'll see. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I do believe still church-wise, we were at, it was our pastor's last day, him and his wife, after a 20-year tenure, great run they had at our church. We're so thankful for them. So that was, it was, it's tough, but he's getting up there in age, and it's time, for him to live the golden years, having not having to be anywhere, good for him. He earned it. So God gave it. God bless him. So anyway, so I think I know who I'd like to see sing this song. If it's not my daughter, if she's not ready, I've got different ideas, but we still got to get this thing in the sheet music. That's the next step. Let me just mention. Well, okay. So there was a fellow where I was delivering mail. He was playing some nice songs. I thought it sounded like it could be worship music. I didn't know for sure, and it turned out because it's a condominium complex, but I think they can hook their phone up to the speakers for the lobby and play it. So that's what was happening, or something. You can play on some device and set the music. So the condo doesn't have tons of people in the lobby that just pass through, but he was playing Hillsongs. I'm like, cool, man. That's what he told me. I'm like, all right. So I was talking about this, and he does AV, or he hooks up stuff for the church. So I don't know what it is. A lot of those guys aren't thinking in terms of music, and they're just they're servants. They have a servant heart, just like the fellow who I talked to at the church the week prior. So they don't know anything about, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. It's just, there was no energy. I didn't think he was not, he wasn't not trying to connect, but there was nothing there, He did mention he had good male vocalists at his church. So I thought that was nice. I said something to the effect of, well, man, that'd be sure cool to get connected with them somehow. And I don't know. I just I got to finesse it, I guess. It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, I just talk. If people want to grab it, let's go. If you don't, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. So I know what I'm looking for, and we'll just keep on. But again, I have not heard that a lot. You don't go into condominiums very often and hear worship music. So I thought that was cool. YouTube channel. So I want to thank my friend. I want to say I went fishing with my friend Vernon, and if it turns out you became a subscriber, thank you. If not, somebody did at that exact time. So about that time, shortly after. So I'm thankful for that. So that's cool. It's funny to kind of look at when someone subscribes, what if there was a certain video or just they subscribed. So in this case, it was just they subscribed. So let's see. So that was good for the channel, I'd say. Rules of engagement, nothing to say. A Bellevue Ballers. So here's the plan for my Reformation. Theon is such a blessing, busy woman always. I think she seemed healthy. I saw her today. I thought I was going to be able to talk to her, but I wasn't trying to, there's tons of people to see and talk to and catch up with. And, so one thing is we're going to be helping clean the church. That helps this area. Again, I didn't want to go 6 days a week at the post office, 10 to 12 hours a day. In order to do that, I better clean the church with my wife and whoever else. So apparently that's happening. So I'm thankful for that. But the plan is we're also want to do real estate people apparently do gift baskets. And so I want to learn more about that. I want to do more market research. I did have a conversation with somebody probably early in the week, and he mentioned that, yeah, bigger offices, I think he said John L. Scott, Century 21, Remax, they have a budget for that. Well, I want to explore that. So I know Theon, I believe, was in commercial real estate, but she's so oriented towards this. I thought we'd ask her about that and then come around to this at some point, are we even getting together? I don't know if she's out of the house. I saw her with my own eyes, so I don't know how she's doing. Maybe she was there for the bare minimum and get out. So, because I didn't see her hanging around. So that's possible. So keep you posted on that. Merch. All this week except the new week started Saturday at the post office. Our week starts Saturday and Friday. I worked an 8-hour day on Saturday. I almost thought I wasn't going to, but the whole rest of the week I was working over 8 hours. So I do need I'm gonna make a note on my hand. I better have a pen here. There we go. Pork chop, PC. So that's to remind me to do this, go to this t-shirt place if I can get off in 8 hours. So that's the plan for that. Trump's going to dump. I got a view from my man Mike over there, and that's only because, oh, by the way, did a little freestyle with my man D. He was really going for it. I realized next time it's time to freestyle, I'm putting my mailbag down. Why do I need to carry that when I'm trying to, wrap off the head? That wasn't good. I need to get loosened up a little bit. So, but I do see that it's something I can pull off. One thing I'll say about freestyling is I think, and that's the same with writing here, is what I see is if you can get your rhyme. So let's say you say a sentence, you can rhyme the two words into the next sentence. You can kind of go pretty easy. Doesn't seem to be too challenging. So that would be my approach to freestyling. It would be to say what you're saying and get a rhyme out in a couple words into the next sentence a lot of times. So it kind of works. One thing I was finding too is when the thing about freestyling, it's so easy to use tired old rhymes. And what I was doing a little bit was when I was getting to that point, maybe I would let the other person say it or pause or say, so that I'm working on it. I can see I'm not a long ways off though. John said it took him a while to get to where he can go a length of time. I think I can do it. Thank God, because I had never really done it, but I could see, yeah, I think I could do it. I haven't done it to a beat yet, but it'll probably work out, I hope. So, anyway, gonna thump. Yeah, I got it. He checked it out, listened to the whole thing in the lobby. That was pretty cool. I hadn't heard in a while. He's not clearly not into hip hop, but he was cool with the subject matter. So I kind of had to test it again. If someone wants to hear my music, and again, this is all a work in progress. Let me just do this. I don't have anything to add for 9. With nothing that's happening there. Just this is knowing, knowing your audience, I guess, but questions to ask when it comes to all this is, if I just want to do music, where can I find you? Where do, most of the time, virtually everyone listens to YouTube. Not too many people listen to SoundCloud. I prefer to start with the idea that we could, if they really would consider a CD, I would want to do that. Now, I guess here's the deal. I don't have a lot of songs I kind of do on YouTube. I have a few. You have to dig through it. I could actually name one, but I got to ask, he's like, they want to know if I have a video. I have one, Trump's Gonna Thump. I will have 2 once I release that, give people options. Okay. As far as songs, I have one, Trump's Gonna Thump. I have My Reformation. I have Keep on Dreaming. I have No Hope on there. Or I think that's it. On YouTube. SoundCloud has them all. Now, my guy, he loved the Star Spangled Banner song. He's kind of dropping off on me. That's kind of tough. I enjoyed that run. On SoundCloud, if anyone who's listening, and I talked to Joseph, I cannot forget. Joseph's my guy who's going to help me get one point of entry into my world. And it's going to happen through a hashtag at some point. He's offered to help me. He enlightened me to the value of that. Because right now, I can send people different places, but they're all, I need to send them to one place and then it goes out from there. And apparently I can accomplish that with the hashtag. But yeah, SoundCloud, if I tell someone how to look me up on YouTube, it is challenging. I gotta think, how do I tell them to find me? And now back to the rhymes. Do you like Paul? So it's not bam. SoundCloud, you type in Mike Dynamic, you're there. That's nice. It's easy on SoundCloud to find me. So that's where I really probably think with this hashtag, if I used to say hashtag whatever, I'm on Instagram. I don't do anything on it, but that's going to be, I guess, the platform to get to where we need to go and list stuff out and everything. He's going to go to the Philippines. Joseph is for a month. Man, he got to drive a $600,000 Lamborghini. How exciting is that? That was life-changing for him, and I was excited to hear about it. It's definitely good for this. Dream bigger, right? Bellevue Ballers got to think bigger. Got the Luxury Homes magazine outside the Leschi Starbucks. They don't have the Luxury Homes magazine outside the Starbucks on Lake City or Wedgwood, but they did have it outside the Leschi. And the drink's the same price. How nice. Okay. I think I'll sit down now. Thought I'd try that. I can't write reps standing, that's for sure. I could. Not the way I'm set up here, though. All right. Okay. I'll say for current events, enough happened on Saturday to talk for an update. I mean, there's other things. Well, I'll say two things. And this on the mail ride, I don't have to watch the news. I live the news in the sense of I'm just out in the world and I see fire station in Seattle, main fire station in Seattle. I believe it's the main fire station in Seattle down in Pioneer Square area. The guy on the elevator with me was bringing back a bunch of equipment. Where is this from? Oh, I was at the whatever. We were doing vaccinations, something. Since everyone's vaccinated, bring it back. Good. I guess that's good to know. Everyone's vaccinated. So yeah, you don't need to have those anymore. All right. That's good. So that's over. Everyone's vaccinated. So don't need to be talking about that. Don't need to have it. It's off the freeway. It's gone. It's over. So we don't hear about that. The masks, however, have not been. Everyone's done wearing them except the post office, apparently. So it's Karen. Is that the name, Karen? Is there Karen, a male version? Aaron? I don't know. Aaron's such a great name. I'd hate to, Karen doesn't sound like, I know a Karen too. So all these things are bad because you're going to know someone with that name, but stop Karen. All right. I got the song ready to roll. You just heard it, but I'm not going to do that one today, but this dude was on a mission to shut down the people not wearing the mask. And the leader wasn't wearing the mask. And what kind of leader are you? And he was not having it. So the only good news about this guy is serious. It's bad and good. The good news is I knew exactly where the dude stood, and I know exactly who to pay attention to when I decide I don't want to be wearing the mask right now. So that dude's going to be nowhere in sight. But besides him, nobody else. So that's what's holding us back. There's a guy like that. A lot of people are just like, hey, we're supposed to wear it, and they just wear it. But there's a couple of guys that really weren't doing it, and the main supervisor wasn't there. So the problem is the communication so poor.
Nobody else is wearing it but us. No one's explained why we're the only ones wearing it. They try to say, well, evidence points to, and they're giving us this garbage. Well, everyone else seems to be willing to take the risk. Why can't we? Aren't we healthy? Aren't we essential? Aren't we the ones that worked when everyone else is sheltering in place? So again, my thinking is time for this thing to be a full option, not mandatory. But the rules states, and that's where we're having a hard time. Very frustrating. We'll see what happens, but it was incredible. Like, man, this dude. And let me tell you the profile. I swear the dude lives out in the woods. I swear he loves NASCAR. I swear he's talking about guns, having guns. He seems like they had a motocross, tractor pull, monster truck show at the Illuminati field, right where I was working. Now, you could be in downtown Seattle outside and see a ton of people wearing masks. And I can say, I don't think a single person going to that event was wearing a mask outside. Not one. And that's where the dude lives. And that's the dude most concerned about this. I don't know what's going on. I do believe, so like I said, if you go down the list, he wouldn't fit the profile of someone worried about, except, military too. I believe military. Rule follower. Something about being a rule follower. And there's, like I said, there's some other stuff in there. He gets his news somewhere. But gosh, I mean, all his friends would probably be arguing with him all day. Who knows? Maybe he's happy to get into Seattle and work because he can get around people that, I don't know. He's obviously likes to be out in the woods. Maybe it's because he's in the city. It's too scary because all the germs around him. He better, I don't know. I better get back to the rhymes. So I'm going to finish the song. I came up with 3 different songs this week, maybe 2 at least. But so I was prepared to keep moving with this song. I'm ready to move on because I got other songs coming to me. Fast and Furious. What did I just do? All right. I'm just going to write. All right. So as you know, maybe the song's called I Just Have to Finesse It. It goes like this. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. Second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I contemplate, I wait, debate my next move. At the same time, I'll try and find a way to get a breakthrough. Will I be well received, or is you a bit peeved that I'm in your midst and I don't seem to get the gist? I just thought I could trust that we're of one accord, but I guess we wasn't just for the record. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I ask myself, am I too relaxed with the brethren? Did I try to take this where it never should have been? It appears to interfere with your sensibilities, and I could not get you thinking about the possibilities. But how I got to roll is not in that role. I gotta play. Part I gotta play is not think about the time slipping away. For God's time, I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much as such. I just have to finesse it, second guess it. The second that I don't, I won't be able to expect it to move much. I just have to finesse it. And that's the song. Took 2.5 minutes. Probably about how it go down. All right. So we'll get on to the next song. Now, my car went down on me, my clutch. $1,700. Ouch. Cars are not cheap. $1,000 beater, you can't find a $1,000 beater. That was kind of a, you talk about $1,000 emergency fund, Dave Ramsey. That might not be enough now. I should almost check in. He was on the radio. He's not now, so it's harder for me to get his content. But, what does that mean? Well, I was reminded of the time around the end of the year where I was without a car for the first time in years. And I was reminded when I got close to doing my route and I heard insane woman say something to the effect of, bus driver got me walking or something, whatever it was. So I got the song ready to go. It came out instantly. And it goes like this. Let's see if I got my papers here. It goes like this. So the song is called I Get to Take the Train. Like I said, I had that. You heard that other little rhyme I said, and I could do that song, and I don't even know what I'm going to say on this, but I had quite an experience on that train. I'll tell you that. I get to take the train. So it goes like this. Yay! I get to take the train. Get to take the train. And I memorized it, thankfully. I practiced it a couple times. Didn't write it down. Nope, wouldn't do it. To take the train. I get to go insane. At least it's funny. I haven't had a funny one for a while, man. I get to go insane. I get to take the train. Get to take the train. Yay. It's just like that. Probably 4, right? It's when you have the shorter hook. If it's a longer hook, might have to be 2. And it's a shorter hook, probably 4. So it goes like that. Yay, I get to take the train. I get to go insane. I get to take the train. Yay, I get to take the train. I get to go insane. I get to take the train. Yay, I get to take the train. I get to go insane. I get to take the train. Yay, I get to take the train. I get to go insane. I get to take the train. Yay. So we'll say times 4 on that. All right, now I'm going to add a little flavor here. So where do I put it, though? The flavor goes like this. Bus driver got me walking. Screaming loud. I'm downtown or whatever. People are crazy around downtown, International District. She's walking up the stairs from the train. So the 2 quotes are this. Bus driver got me walking. And I'll try, what you looking at? That pretty well explains a lot of the train, those 2 phrases. I was having a conversation with a friend from church about his daughters in New York. And it was determined that you have no business on the train after dark in New York. And I would say during the commuting hours, there's way more. The percentage of regular people who have are trying to go somewhere like home or work, one of the 2, the percentage is so much higher during commuting hours. When you get off commuting hours, especially before and after, before work or after work, then you got it's time to go insane, hours. What you looking at? So, yeah, I get to take the train. I get to go insane. I get to take the train. Yay. And then where do I put? Bus driver got me walking. What you looking at? Something like that. How much drama do you want? Maybe that can be the rap. That might actually be the first two lines. And then I don't know. Because I don't know how to fit it in exactly, but that's the beginning of this song. I hope it'll be fun for you all. Like I hope it's fun for me. I think it will be. Till next time, back to the rhymes.